Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oh No It's Zombies Arctic Updated Subterranean Map Tutorial Part 2. I am your host, Pikmin Master 123, here with another video, and today we are covering the Marine, the normal player character, the normal guy. Today we are watching Deathhunter. He seems to be Copper 1 with 74 games played already, and he is going to show us Ares first. The Ares is a more late game weapon class, but instead he's doing this from the very beginning. So he's going to early on buy a tank and use it to fight the zombies. This is a siege tank, so it can siege up, and without further ado, let's watch this intro. We're going to be watching this completely from his perspective. I will be pausing every now and then to show some stuff. He opted in and did not get chosen to be the Horde. However, he is spawning in northwest of the zombie room. The Marine is a detector. They can see directly on top of them and a little bit underground around their character. Now, there's not a defined range to this. On top of that, they are a Marine. 60 life, 100 energy, an elite marine capable of holding off the zombie hordes. They have 0 armor to start with 2.5 move speed and an assault rifle. 12 damage, 5 range, 0.6 weapon speed. And here he is dropping in. Camera is fixed. On replays, there's sometimes a black film on the back. Ignore that. Anyways, first things first, he spent 100 Vespian and bought a mining droid. This gathers Vespian automatically. You can only have one at a time, and you cannot collect Vespian yourself as it mines. It has commands to mine at other safer locations when threatened. So you can easily click on one of the commands and will automatically go between the mine and the processing facility and move itself automatically without any input between those two locations and give you money. Every time it makes a full loop, it gives you 100 Vespian, which means it pays itself off after the first trip. Dr. Andrew O'Neill. It's basically an RC car with some mining gear attached. You're gonna hear a lot about Dr. O'Neill very soon. Players can also drop their gas on the ground. Takes 2 seconds, drops 100 for other people to take, and divert fuel. Cost 100. Cooldown right now is 47 seconds. Speeds up the train by 40 seconds. It's shared between every player on the field, and only 30 seconds if the FDC is infested. So he's running immediately to center, and he's probably going to be able to, door is definitely going to be shut. He's probably going to run right about now.
Our allies are being attacked.
Don't want the zombies in.
Our allies are being attacked.
Yeah, you don't want the zombies in. Okay, he's opening and shutting the door. I don't know exactly why he did that, but looks like he's about to buy his Ares. Now before he buys it, let's check its stats really quick. The Ares is an experimental weapon, which most of these are locked behind a certain amount of games. You gotta play a certain amount of Arctic Zombies matches to get it. I believe for the Ares as the most powerful one, or the most circumstantial one, so you have to play 20 games without the ability to use it to get the ability to use it. A 250 Vespian upgrade. An experimental siege tank, which runs on energy and uses your marine as a battery. The Ares has powerful long range and area of effect attacks, and increased damage towards structures. Basically, all damage your tank does will be doubled at all structures, which is really good when the zombie likes to place a lot of traps. The mech's energy can be recharged at weapon lockers. Every time it interacts with a weapon locker, it takes the normal amount of time to interact with one of the lockers, and it recharges 100 energy. On top of that, your marine will lose all energy upon exiting the mech. The mech will retain all energy, however, the player will have none because he's being used as the battery of the tank. If he leaves the tank will go offline, but it won't lose the energy which has already been put in it. Engineer Dave. Board says I can't make a giant mech. I'll show them. Instead, he built us a giant tank.
Upgrade complete.
So he upgraded it. It's tier 1, not Spec Ops, which is a whole nother ability that's very powerful. He's opening and closing the door again. Also a very weird camera angle.
Our allies are being attacked.
I mean, he heard that there was that being taken damage, but that was the structure temporary. Well, we do know it's an abomination because of him, specifically. He wanted to check it.
Our allies are being attacked.
It does cost 150 Vespian to place the prototype Ares, and cost 15 seconds to build it. And it will go to its complete HP as it's being built. So that's why he's still killing zombies. He wants to get the Vespian he earns from killing zombies right now, which he needs 2 more exactly. To be honest, I would clear this door. That would be very... Well, he decided not to clear the door for some reason. I don't know why. If he cleared the door, the zombies would not break it down as fast. And they could probably lower it in time and raise it back up, or it would just last longer. Anyways, Ares tank being built right now, 15 seconds. It has 150 HP, 0 energy out of 500 to start, but it does add 1 energy per tick. It is a detector, armored mechanical, and door. 1 armor, 2.5 move speed, with 90mm cannons that do 45 damage onto 1 target, or 90 damage onto 1 structure, 7 range, and 0.96 weapon speed. On top of that, it does start with some abilities. Number 1, self-repair. 20 energy, takes 5 seconds, and restores 25% of its life. Taking damage will cancel the ability. Siege mode, takes 4 seconds, deploys into siege mode. In this mode, Ares has very long range and inflicts area damage, but cannot move or attack targets at close range. I believe it has a 2 points of range where it can't shoot around it. At the same time, it does still have the divert fuel ability, which it can still use while siege, which is very helpful because you don't have to get out of it to still use it. He is going around mid currently, probably hunting the alpha. I mean, if you go Ares first, you're definitely wanting to go after high target, figuring you can one-shot every normal zombie. He does see this as being targeted, and there was the alpha right there. Although he is being surrounded right now, which is bad, Ares does have a problem dealing with a ton of smaller units due to its decently slow attack. Each attack taking 10 energy to use. Every Ares tank attack costs 10 energy to actually use it. Everything to do with the prototype Ares is energy based. If it's attacking something and it's using abilities, it's probably using energy. Anyways, he is spotting the aberration right now.
Our allies are being attacked.
Moving north into security. Repairing himself, not AFK.
Are being attacked.
And he's going up north to defend this.
Our allies
Class
are
2,
being
all
attacked.
auto turrets active. Good, good. His teammate was getting healed by the medic. And he's still patrolling around middle a little bit. To be honest, I would probably siege up in that room he's in right now.
Our allies are being attacked.
Ooh, he's getting an upgrade. Advanced Droid Engines. Costs 200 Vespian. Increases mining droid move speed by 35%. Dr. Andrew O'Neill. It's amazing how much faster it can go when you take out those silly safety features. Dr. Andrew O'Neill, you are a crazy man. Due to the second upgrade, the mining droid's movement speed would be 2.59.
Upgrade complete.
To be honest, he's not moving his camera very much. He's checking labs, but he's not moving his camera very much as he's playing this game.
Our
I think you
allies are
move the
being
camera
attacked.
around a lot more when you play this game, to be honest. Like, you always need vision of everywhere, including what your allies are doing, which you get their vision, so you should always be looking around. They're coming into the room. Siege up right now. Siege up. Good. So when he sieges up, he has 0 move speed, retains the 1 armor, and he now uses the Crucico Shock Cannon. 90 damage, 180 against structures, 10 range, 2.4 weapon speed. So you can definitely do something in between every shot reload. This is the main reason why the Ares tank is so good. It has the ability to siege up and do very good against structures and normal units.
Our allies
And he was
are
able
being
to
attacked.
save every unit in that room with the work of his ally over there. That's very good. You want every security unit that you can keep alive. Alpha zombie emerged from its cocoon.
Our allies are being attacked.
Abomination.
Our allies are being attacked.
Yep, it became a tier 2. Well, tier 3. It became a tier 3 zombie unit. And it's going right for the room he's in. Why are you AFKing?
Our allies are being attacked.
Roy kind of made a bad move, but right now, Deathhunter is doing what he can, dealing a decent amount of armor damage to the zombie. I'd keep on hitting it, bro. Keep on hitting this guy. The zombie is going to clear this room. Yeah, he's targeting all the smaller guys. Yep, nothing he could do. Although he does have a lot of money sitting up that he's not using. Probably gonna get an upgrade. Definitely. SPEC OPS ARES. 375 Vespian increases attack rate, range, vision, life, and armor while reducing energy costs of its attacks. Sergeant Dominus. From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Warhammer 40k, anyone? Anyways, that is exactly what he chose yet again, giving him 180 HP, 2 armor, 2.5 move speed, 45 damage, 90 against structures, it's still the same. However, its range is 8.2 and its weapon speed is 0.8. Both very, very good improvements.
Attacked.
On top of that, he probably should siege, it's more efficient that way. He is still losing energy. And he is now sieged. The new siege range is 12 with a 2 weapon speed, and it still keeps its 2 armor. It only does 30. It might be a 1/4 reduction instead on the 2 things. But yeah, it only now takes 30 energy to use a 1 siege tank shot. That is very good. Looks like he saw in chat that there was doors in question. He's also getting all of his energy back right now.
Upgrade complete.
And he did get an upgrade. All tank add-ons are 250 Vespian, and he had the option between the laser turret and expanded cargo. We're gonna go over both of these, except their abilities. Laser turret adds a laser turret on top of the tank and unlocks the scorching laser ability. Basically a Colossus shot. or if you don't know what the Colossus is, the Protoss unit, it's basically a Hellion line of burn damage. Engineer Dave, we got some good and bad news regarding the newly mounted laser turrets. Bad news is we couldn't afford eye protection with the current budget. Good news is, I've been informed that any cases of blindness should be temporary so long as you don't look directly at it. Great! It's the sun! Expanded cargo. This is what more people tend to choose because they like supporting their allies. Turns the Ares tank into a mobile bunker, allowing a passenger to ride and shoot from the inside with increased range, and unlocks the self-destruct ability. When the passenger is riding in, no matter what weapon they're using, they can use it while the tank is moving. That's a very good addition. At the same time, the self-destruct allows any player to get out of dodge fast if they're about to go down and the tank HP is low, because if the tank HP goes to 0, the player would also go to 0 at the same time, meaning the player got captured and put in a cocoon. If you activate the self-destruct though, you can have a chance of escaping. Engineer Day, by removing the cumbersome and unwieldy oxygen generator, we can fit up to 5 people in here. Just remember not to breathe fast. Bruh. He is now on the move with some very strange camera angle. Yeah, he definitely sees that it is going after doors or gate. He is... The zombie sent a little wave after him. Ooh, one thing I forgot to cover. Oh no. Laser beam. 7 damage, 14 against structures, 4.5 range, 0.2 weapon speed, and ignores 33.3% of armor, so it's pretty decent against alphas. Scorching Laser is its ability, 50 energy cost, 25-second cooldown, deals 45 damage in a line, and double against structures. What does this also mean? Well, because he bought an upgrade, for each upgrade he gets 100 extra total energy and a little bit better energy regeneration, from what I could see. Also, the laser basically does have 1-to-1 energy, so for every second it's firing, it's also using exactly the 1 energy. So it's using as much energy as it produces. However, later on, you might see it produce more energy than the laser itself uses, because I'm pretty sure every upgrade buffs its energy regeneration. Anyways, he is getting a lot of energy. He's noticing that his ally is right now cocooned. He has maximum energy right now, probably should, and he got another upgrade, now giving him 700 energy. His options were enhanced ballistics or arc light cannon stabilizers. He chose enhanced ballistics, increases sieged attack range by 25% and unlocks the artillery strike ability. So its sieged attack range instead of 12 would be 15. On top of that, we have Commander Harris's last time instructing the privates on how to use the artillery strike. Alright, recruits, remember, do not drop. Thunk. Uh-oh. Well, they're toast. Arc light cannon stabilizers, what he did not choose. Reduces unsieged attack energy cost by 20% and unlocks the BFG ability. That's a pretty decent upgrade, to be honest. And the BFG ability is nothing to scoff about. Engineer Dave, we are sort of running out of ideas with this one, so we just decided to make the gun fire something as big as possible. Which it does. It fires a cruise missile, which travels a little bit and then explodes, dealing a ton of damage. But he did not choose that. Instead, he chose the ability with Artillery Strike. Artillery Strike costs 80 energy, 30-second cooldown, fires an artillery strike with incredible range, dealing 150 damage with an additional 20 over 5 seconds to anything that walks into the impact zone, aka it leaves behind fire, and double damage against structures including the fire. All really good abilities, to be honest. Anyways, he is trying to go a little bit on the offensive, it seems. Probably going to try and save Gate,
Our
if I have
allies
to
are being
guess.
attacked.
Although he's looking at very weird angles. Looks like he's gonna save his ally. But still, he's looking at very strange angles when he's playing this. Kinda
Our
weird.
allies are being attacked. Our allies are being
At
attacked.
the same time, we do have a couple of people getting captured. It appears that he can get both of them very easily. He's also killing the creep spire, which is very useful. That's a good thing. Also gave him 25 Vespian for doing that. He's getting his ally up. However, he does not have the ability for someone to go into his siege tank, so his ally will have to run without any protection
Our
and
allies are
cannot
being
move and
attacked.
shoot. Also, he's not looking at where he's going very much, which is kind of worrying. Specifically, Ares first, you always need to be moving the camera. Especially to where you're at right now. This is kind of strange. And
Our
he
allies
probably
are being
should move
attacked.
back and siege up right about now. And he used his ability right there. That was the laser ability and also a showcase of the artillery strike ability. Both are pretty decent, especially in the highway zones. The scorching laser is a very, very decent ability. Also, the zombie is being sent towards FDC actually. He switched his target. But at the same time, that means that Prototype Ares has to cover 2 lanes. To be honest, there should be a player right here and a player right here at the same time, but there isn't. That means he's only defending the lower lane. That's kind of surprising. This area has a room commander. The northern area does not have room commanders.
Upgrade complete.
It appears he decided to get 2 more tank upgrades, meaning he has now 200 more energy on the tank, making it 900. His 2 options, first group was nano steel plating or onboard radar. He chose onboard radar. Nano steel plating. It would increase maximum life by 25% and passive life regeneration. Also unlocks the nano sealed ability. Dr. Andrew O'Neill. By infusing titanium, palladium, platinum, osmium metals, we are able to get a very strong material. Delivery guy. Delivery here, we got 2 tons worth of stainless steel. Do we have an Andrew here? Why is he using the stainless steel for his seat tank upgrade? Onboard radar, what he did get, provides short-range radar capable of detecting structures and unlocks the flare ability. The flare ability is a very useful ability. Sergeant Blackthorn. Since apparently all of our flashlights have gone missing, you'll have to settle for these. What this does, it allows you to have a radar zone around the tank itself and use the flare, which we will talk about a little bit later. Right now, concussive rounds or incendiary rounds with his choice, and he chose incendiary. Now, concussive rounds attacks briefly slow enemies hit and knocks back the primary target. Good against alphas. Also unlocks the concussive blast ability, also good against alphas. Engineer Dave, after countless hours of hard work, we've developed a cannon capable of inducing a concussion on anything nearby. Hold on a moment, can zombies even get a concussion? I sure hope so. At the same time, he did get incendiary rounds, good against light units, attacks set enemies on fire, and unlocks the Flame Nova ability. Unknown scientist recording log number 35. Imagine, right, if we put multiple flamethrowers on like a spinning wheel. Hey, how'd you get into my stim stats? Are you recording? Give me that. Ah, I see the joke here. He was on stims. Make your suit faster. Anyways, he got into the prototype Ares. Like I said, 900 energy right now. And he does have 2 more abilities. One is the Lance Flare. 25-second cooldown, 50 energy. Fires a flare that reveals target area for a limited time. On top of that, he does have a radar. This radar length right here that goes directly around the siege tank. You can see it on the ground kind of, although it is overlapping with some of the other actual radars. But it's right around this area. You can see it alone right here. That is circling specifically this siege tank. But on top of that, he also has the Flame Nova. It has a 30-second cooldown and costs 60 energy. Activates 3 flamethrowers which rotate around the tank over a few seconds. You can move while it's casting, but you can also cancel the ability early. He used his flare ability. That's a very good ability. Lets him shoot outside of his normal range because he gets vision. Pure vision outside of that range. He decided to unseat. Looks like he's checking up on that aberration right here. He's watching it. He's not watching himself. Although I would kind of want to know what's going on here too. Aberration takes down both sides, but dies. That's what we kind of needed, actually. That was a tier 3 zombie unit, and it takes a long time to get and a lot of resources. It dying this early on because of multiple mistakes is a very good thing. Although North seems to be getting hit next. You can see the zombie line all moving in that direction. This is kind of bad. Yep, it's being manually moved. Seems he's moving up to probably siege that location. He did send his artillery shot with the fire right there. And there's a Nydus. I would get in that room. What are you doing? I would get in that room and move right here, bro. Right now, you're very exposed to the zombies, and there are zombies coming over here, bro. Why are you moving here? You should be moving north of this position. You played how many games? Was it 70 something? I think it was 74. I don't know why you're looking. There's zombies coming from 2 directions. I mean, he's probably going to be able to do work, but not as much as he needs. Yeah, the zombies are coming for him right now. You can see them chasing after him. He also unseized so early. And one thing that's very confusing about what he did is, why didn't he get the first ability that most people get, which is you're allowed to siege and move at the same time. So you can move back while sieging, which means he could probably take care of this wave that's coming after him. But he wouldn't even have to deal with it if he just moved up here and sieged inside of the room. On top of that, he has other abilities which are very good at dealing with this. Right now, you could use Scorching Laser on this whole wave, or you could move forward, although it's a little bit riskier, but he could have moved up to here and Flame Nova'd everything as he was moving back. Instead, he's AFK right now? I'm very confused at what he's doing. He's kind of leaving the northern room to fall. He also is taking unnecessary damage right now. I am very confused at his playstyle. Why didn't you siege in this room? You could have dealt with so many more of these things. I mean, power is important, yeah, but why didn't you siege earlier? And you're kind of not sieging right now.
Our allies are being
You're
attacked.
repairing, but you can do that after you siege. So you can fight while. Okay, you finally siege, but now the zombies aren't even coming for that room, so I would move.
Our allies are being attacked.
This is kind of a weird play style for the Ares tank right now.
Upgrade complete.
It appears he is getting turbo droid engines, 300 Vespian, increases mining droid move speed by an extra 35%. 4-man Phillips. As a reminder to all staff, please do not ride on the mining droids and attempt to joust one another. Thank you. Thank you guys in the comments for not jousting one another on 4-man Phillips' mining droid. His mining droid moves at a speed of 3.5.
Complete. Our allies are being attacked. Complete.
And he finally got his final upgrade for the siege tank, giving it its total 1000 energy, which is a choice between advanced thrusters and hostile environment treads. Of the two options, he chose advanced thrusters. Allows you to move at reduced speed while sieging. One of the best upgrades for this tank. And it unlocks the activate thrusters ability. Dr. Andrew O'Neill. Since my self-pulling magnet idea didn't work, we'll have to settle with 2 dropship engines. It's not like we'll need the dropships anyways. Number 1, bruh, and number 2, makes sense. This is an underground map. Hostile environment treads. 250 Vespian provides immunity to slowing effects and unlocks the nanite antibodies ability. Dr. Andrew O'Neill. By injecting these newly developed antibodies into your bloodstream, you can cure nearly every known type of zombie infection. Side effects may include... At the same time, he does have the Activate Thrusters ability, 50 energy, 20-second cooldown, launches the tank in the targeted direction, you can see the big targeted arrow right there, traveling a significant distance until it hits an obstacle. Or shall we say, face plants that obstacle.
Upgrade complete.
The shield suit gives 40 shields and increases armor by 0.9, while also increasing life regeneration by 0.2. Now he got an upgrade for his armor. What this does is it gives him 50 shields. Now, it also changes some stuff. So his armor is now 0.94 with 2.5 move speed. His shields have 0 armor, and his weapon is currently the same. No change to the weapon speed. And it's very good for his loadout, figuring he's going more of a tank build. Quite literally, am I right, guys?
Our allies
I hope
are
I
being
get some
attacked.
laughs in the audience. Also, he's not really watching his tank very much. He's watching gate a lot, and he's kind of in a dangerous location with the tank itself. Yeah, he almost walked into an infested room. That could have been bad. What if the alpha was right next to him, bro?
Our allies are
Or
being
an
attacked.
alpha. Ooh, Pyrophage is breaking down Epsilon door. 170 seconds till it collapses. He might be going up there. It does give you a decent amount of money if you do kill it, although he's not looking where he's going, and that's kind of a worrying thing, especially because the room he's going towards is highway, which is kind of infested right now. Yeah, he's going into highway. There's a ton of zombies right in front of him. He just lasered the ground for like
Our
no reason.
allies are being attacked.
And he just made his presence known right there. That's not a good thing. Yep, zombie probably instantly is looking at him right now. What are you doing? He needs to probably get vision of that other side. And he flared it, okay. Now he needs to target onto that facility with his weapons and let his laser do all the small guy killing. Although he's not doing that, but that's probably what he should have done. At the same time, he needs to kill that Vespian processor and the Pyrophage, which should be right in front of him. He's being surrounded by zombies. He can see it with the radar right now, but he's not moving at all. He's not even sieging. He's walking into all the zombies. What are you doing? Dude, are you really this dumb? What are you doing, bro? You just walked into all the zombies. You let them kill you. And now you're not even really looking at anything. You can still talk to your teammates when you're taken. And he's blaming it on lag? Lag, or were you doing something else? Because that didn't look like lag. Also, the game pauses if someone's actually lagging out. He's saying to defend power. He's not really looking at anything. Well, now he's looking at power, but in general, he's not looking at this. Yeah, that guy who's in power should probably just stay in that room. It's what I would do personally. Also, all the zombies are moving towards security, so I'd start getting people inside of security, defending it. Right now, it looks like there's only one guy moving. Oh, well, two guys moving towards it. To be honest, we should have one person in power and one person in security at least. One of the guys is running away from why are you not going into security? You just blocked yourself out of security. All of these players have just sacrificed security. What's going on here? Why is nobody going into the place that they need to defend? No one's even trying anything. Right here is a mining charge, one of the most overpowered abilities in the game. It's basically a nuke, and it's armed and ready to blow up. All they have to do is wait for this entire wave to pile onto this location. Basically, there's no more zombies coming after this end of the wave from the north side, because they're all going to be rallied into a different location. So right now, once this person is on top of this area, since this is positioned at the center, it can reach the entirety of this entire platform. That's how this platform is made. If you put a nuke towards the center, it's gonna hit everything. So if he activates this right, the guy who has this, Adata, yeah, Adata, you got this, bro. You should be able to kill all these guys. Hope Adata's looking over here. Deathhunter, why did you do that? Oh my goodness, that is such a throw. You probably just killed security. If you ping a mining charge, you're telling the guy, dude, you need to activate this. Now, number one, if I had a mining charge, I would look at the mining charge first. But why is you, Red, Deathhunter, why are you pinging this mining charge? There's hardly any zombies on the platform itself. There's no reason to ping it yet. By the time that expires and the timer goes up, there will still hardly be any zombies actually on the field. You have all of this to worry about that could have piled on here, and you have these guys that could have piled on here, and most importantly of all, this huge mass. And there's a siege tank right here. That's why you have the mining charge here, is because the siege tank can't kill things close to it. So why are you activating this so early? Why did you ping this to activate so early? Because what? It's done, and it didn't even kill very much. Because all of this was still gonna pile onto here later. And now zombies targeting the siege tank. I bet the siege tank's gonna die here. One of the best room commanders. Yep, right there. One of the best room commanders in the game dies because you did something stupid. You have 74 games on you and you pinged this. You might have been carried every 74 of those games you were on. But I know for a fact that you ain't supposed to ping those mining charges unless you have a decent amount of guys in there, and you hardly had any zombies actually in the zone. So why did you actually ping that? It does take 5 seconds, but the zombies can't see anything in this room because there's no detectors. It would say that there has been an alpha zombie somewhere, which we only got it twice because one of them upgraded to a tier 3. So he just sacrificed security for no good reason. For no good reason whatsoever, security was sacrificed. That was just stupid. I'm kind of mad about that, honestly. Why did you do that? Now you're saying power gone? I kind of love to see this. I want to see where everyone was looking at during this instance right here. Why is nobody on power? Like right now, there are 2 areas people really should be that they ain't. power and right here, this area. Because FDC and power security, these are the three most important areas. Not most holdable, but most important. And right now, power is under a heavy threat, and you can see it on the map. All humans can see these big radar systems. You can see where the zombies are coming. Why people aren't reacting to this? No clue. Red's walking towards power. I hope he uncloaks and tries... I hope he uncloaks while in the power room and tries driving away some of the zombies from the power generator. It's definitely gonna fall, but that would slow it. He left the room. He's still watching the room, but he left the room. Actually, I think it's AFK right now. What are you doing? Why is your camera just right here? Now you're tapping the mining droid? You sold your mining droid. And you're still AFK. You're not even on... Okay, you pinged yourself. You realized you can't place anything, so you're going back to a weapons locker. You finally decide to tap on the weapons locker. Epsilon's dead.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked.
What are you doing? You're not even looking at this. Why is your camera just constantly stuck at random locations? Okay, you're watching this mining area.
Our allies are being attacked.
I mean, those give vision, yes, but not much else.
Our allies' base is under attack.
You should definitely pop your mining droid, bro. You could use some mining right now.
Our allies' base is under attack. Are being attacked.
The more heck, you could get a lot of stuff with that money, like defenses. You could get like drones, and you could get auto turrets. I hope you decide to use that type of stuff. It would be a waste for you not to use all that money you got sitting around. Finally getting your siege tank back. SPEC OPS ARES siege tank.
Our allies are being attacked. Our SCVs are under attack.
His SCV instantly died because that room was under threat.
Our SCVs
yep, it's dead.
Under attack.
Finally got back in the tank. Now it's gonna be powering up over time.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked.
Oh, looks like someone placed a drone. Who's placing this drone? Ah, myself.
Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies are being attacked.
He's now just sitting in his tank with 400 Vespian on to the side. To be honest, he should either use his Vespian and give it to someone else right now. Also, upgrade to a recharge drone. Very good. Giving him a very hefty energy boost. You can see the difference.
Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies are being attacked.
Omnicron is being hit. Security's finally completely dead.
Our allies are being attacked.
You should probably pop the flint. Oh. Secondary generators back online. Double Ares going out. Red even takes notice of this. The more tanks on one location, the better it's gonna hold, that's for sure.
Being attacked.
All forces reinforce and defend L, which they definitely should. Although he's not really doing much still. Still sitting on his 400 Vespian and still sitting in his tank. Although I will say, because power's down, the tank
Our allies are being attacked.
might lose some of its energy. That's kind of how it works normally. Okay, sitting in his tank. He got out of his tank and gave all of his Vespian, but he should really get back in his tank right about now. Yeah, there you go. Both tanks lining up. I believe this one's Spec Ops. I don't think this one is. No, it isn't. So we got one spec, one non-spec. He even activated his flare ability. Not using any of the other abilities yet. There goes his artillery.
Our allies' base is under attack.
He still has laser, he has flare again, and he does have the flame nova. He's moving back already. Kind of strange. I would definitely siege up though. Siege up. There you go. And now he's sieging again. I think he moved back a little early on. Although he could definitely use some of his abilities. Why are you unsieging? I don't quite understand why he's unsieging in some of these areas, but he should definitely use some of his abilities. There's still 30 seconds on the timer, so no one should leave yet. What? Bro, the zombies could definitely make it to this position in 30 seconds. Nice. Ah, there is a nuke here. Although it is getting damaged due to the splash damage. Did it almost get killed? Ooh, that no nuke got killed? That could have been bad. Still, they did barely make it, but this man left way too early. If there was a surprise alpha on the field or something, and there was 30 seconds left, that alpha could probably make it all the way to that generator and maybe even kill it on time. Well, without further ado, that is the end of this replay for our part 2 of 8 for, oh no, it's Zombies Arctic updated Subterranean map. I mean, we did see an Ares first gameplay, which, to be honest, not the worst Ares first I've seen, although its gameplay was weird. To be honest, his worst move was either not sieging in the right location on the north there for the North Vespian processor, or activating that nuke way too early, like telling someone else, hey, activate this, because normally you do that and they will activate it because they're looking at their hotbar, they're somewhere else with their attention somewhere else, and they got it on their hotbar, and they're hoping someone has the actual brain power to say when to do it the right way, and that was not that. But we did see Ares first, we did see a lot of decent gameplay. I hope this helped you guys with this game, as well as showing some different strategies and also some decent commentary to help out. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, subscribe, and check out some of these other videos. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.